Good day, I'm Alex Abana and you're watching BNN. On today's episode, we'll be exploring various aspects of our school. Now, before we begin, I want to send a happy belated birthday shout out to Victoria Bayer and Justin Coco, instrumental team members. Brebeuf is well known for hosting fun and wacky fundraisers, and this year it's no different. Mr. Pantaleo is organizing a Movember event during all of November, making male students, teachers, custodians, and even principals grow a mustache in order to raise money for prostate cancer. Prostate cancer, which of course is only found in males, is a very severe illness, and growing a mustache helps raise awareness to this male-focused disease. Mr. Pantaleo told BNN that over 50 people are participating, and he expects the figures to rise. We caught up to Mr. Pantaleo where he explains further the importance of Movember around the school community.
Well, it's important because we're raising awareness, and it's also important because it's almost like we're creating a sense of community. I have the feeling that there's approximately 200 guys that are participating in this. So you have 200 guys in a school sporting a mustache that builds community. This is it's a cross-departmental thing. We have administrators all the way to janitors, students, teachers, EAs participating in this. So it feels good because we're bringing people together.
Well, there you have it. Movember is a yearly event which I think will also become a normal tradition at SJB, so encourage every male out there to grow a mustache. Gandalf is in, why aren't you? Now, we'll be back after this.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Alex Sabat and I'm reporting from the Green Room.
I'm Justin Coco, reporting from Brebeuf Square.
I'm Maria Rossi, reporting from the CAF.
Hi, I'm Audrey Kung and I'm recording from the library.
I'm Santiago Curbelo and I'm recording for the gym.
Hey, this is Abigail Lomboy reporting from the community center.
Hi, I'm Mike Romero reporting from St. John the Brebeuf.
Hi, I'm Adrian Bravo and I'm reporting from Mr. Goldblum's Comtech class, and you're watching BNN News.
Welcome back. In the old days, flirting consisted of passing a note or winking. Not anymore. With technology, teenagers have evolved and began the controversial habit of sexting. This has created serious problems around our Catholic school board. Audrey Kung, BNN correspondent, shows us more.
Cell phones can be a teenager's best friend, but it can quickly turn into their worst enemy. Through the evolution of cell phones, bigger problems have arisen. The problem we are talking about today is sexting. This has become a big issue in York Region. Because of the controversial nature of this topic, and to protect the identities of sexting victims, what you're about to see is the dramatization of a general sexting case. Eric and Melissa are a teenage couple who have been dating for a year now and are very happy in their relationship. Both spend a lot of time together, which has made both of them very trusting of one another. Trusting has its advantages, but also has its disadvantages, as too much trust can lead to absent-minded decisions. All it takes is a simple text from one partner to another asking for a private picture. Sexting is the act of sending sexually suggestive nude or nearly nude photos, or sending sexually suggestive messages through cell phones. 29% of teenagers aged from 14 to 17 report to have been involved in some type of sexting. 1 in 10 people have shared naked images of themselves. 13% of females are slightly more likely to have shared a naked photo or video of themselves. 55% of those who pass the images to someone else say that they shared them with more than one person. BNN News asked Mr. Villani what has to happen in order to prevent this issue.
What has to happen is that there has to be an education so that kids understand the dangers. Girls especially understand that whatever relationship they are in right now, they are still adolescents. They're probably going to have 5, 10, whatever number of relationships in their life before they find the right person to marry. And hence, a silly act and one without much thought can lead to grave consequences for them that affect them today as well as in the future. Because once a lewd picture is out in the net, it's there forever. It's there forever and can be exploited forever. That's a real problem.
As easy as that, one picture can cause so much embarrassment for the person who sent it. BNN News asked Mr. Villani what has to happen in order to prevent this issue.
Well, right now, I think there has to be an awareness campaign. So we're in touch with the York Regional Police. We've asked them to keep us in tune with what developments happen, and they've launched a campaign, or have begun to launch a campaign to just make people aware about what sexting is and the consequences of it. Like, I don't know if students understand that they can be charged with possession as well as transmission of child pornography if they're found with it. One picture can cause that. That could lead to really severe consequences for their careers. Any application they make for employment, any application for university, college, apprenticeship, all that stuff comes out. My God, the consequences could be very severe for those individuals.
In a world where technology can be copied, sent, posted, and seen by huge audiences, one mindless decision can change your life forever. So, do you think it's true that what's put up on the internet stays there forever? I'm Audrey Kung, and you're watching BNN.
Thank you, Audrey, for that powerful story. Now, our school is always keeping modern, and nothing proves this further in this year's radio station. That's right, the Hips Rebuffs official radio station, headed by Ms. Arnone and Mr. Goldblum, is taking every morning by song and interviews. The interviews consist of a variety of people, from club members to teachers, as well as special events which are held at our school. The HIP is promoting community activities by informing our school with tasting music, creating Rebuff's radio station. BNN had the pleasure of catching Achita, a key member, during her work, and she tells BNN what they are trying to accomplish with such an organization.
Well, we're trying to build a sense of community. I know walking into the school first thing in the morning isn't exactly the greatest thing to do, but maybe if you're listening to music, it's probably better. Also, we're trying to tell the students about what's going on in the school. The announcements aren't as effective as everyone wants to think, but if they listen to the radio in the morning in between, their favorite songs and stuff, they'll be able to figure out what's going on, like what we did with the Hispanic Heritage Week. A lot of people were more into it after we did it on the radio.
It seems to me that they will bring announcements to a whole new level. On behalf of SJB, we thank you. Now for a rant on unfair marking.
Have you ever worked days on end, living off instant coffee and Red Bull, putting your blood, sweat, and tears into that one assignment? You met all the guidelines and felt so confident handing it in, but when you got your mark back, it really wasn't what you deserved. You're sitting there frustrated and upset while Miss Teacher's Pet hands their paper in 5 days late and gets an A+. You're like, wow, if I did that, I'd be looking at a flat-out 0. Well, a lot of students know how you feel. Unless you're talking math or science, your mark lies in the hands of your teacher. So start sucking up, kids. It's really not fair, considering your mark can differ 10% based on the teacher you had no say in getting. Did you get a 75 when you really should have gotten 80? Maybe your teacher was in a bad mood last night. Were they even sober when they marked this? Who knows? Your teacher can mark you based on anything they want. Maybe you talk too much in class. Maybe you gave them a dirty look once. Or maybe they just think you're too ugly for good marks. It doesn't matter. You can't question the teacher without looking like a nitpicky, grade-grubbing, condescending jerk. So yeah, a lot of teachers will BS that, oh, they marked you hard to prepare you. Or my personal favorite, the I don't believe in 100%. So you're telling me I could pay Shakespeare to write my paper and it would still only be worth an 80? Where's the logic in that? So what have we learned today, boys and girls? Some teachers mark like Simon Cowell, while others are taking their tips from Paula Abdul. Maybe you're less in control of your mark than you thought you were.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Alex Sabat, and I'm reporting from the Green Room. I'm Justin Coco, reporting from Brebeuf Square.
I'm Maria Rossi, reporting from the CAF.
Hi, I'm Audrey Kung, and I'm recording from the library.
I'm Santiago Curbelo, and I'm recording for the gym.
Hey, this is Abigail Lomboin, reporting from the Community Center.
Hi, I'm Mike Romero, reporting from St. John the Rebuff.
Hi, I'm Adrian Bravo, and I'm reporting from Mr. Goldblum's ComTech class, and you're watching BNN News.
Welcome back. On November 11th, we experienced a moving Remembrance Day assembly, which took place in the picture-altered gyms, representing powerful images of Remembrance Day, with intense songs, speeches, and unique individuals, such as the Knight of Columbus members who attended the event. We truly had the authenticity and a touching assembly. Thus, with the 2 minutes of silence, we upheld a very memorable moment where we paid our respects to veterans of war. BNN met with Jasmine Harris, Social Justice Co-President, and a warrant officer on November 11th, where she elaborated on the importance of Remembrance Day.
To me, there's two main reasons. Number one, freedom isn't free, and Canadian veterans and Canadian soldiers paid the ultimate price, sacrificing their lives for the freedom of Canada. It's important to remember that because of that reason. I think also, secondly, I was in the celebration today. I was carrying the Canadian flag. And when you look out at the faces, all the innocent kids, it just makes you realize them, including me, including many of the teachers, principals, not a lot of people have had the first-hand experience of war, and it's important to learn from others' mistakes so we don't make the same one. I think that's why it's important to remember Remembrance Day.
Thank you, Jasmine, for those intense words. Now, we go to our BNN correspondent, Michael Romero, with a sports feature on senior hockey.
Thanks, Alex. Michael Romero here at Alpal, where the St. John the Brebeuf Black Bears faced the St. Elizabeth Panthers in the first home game of the season. Last year, Brebeuf finished in the semifinals and are hoping that this season will be completely different. This first game will perhaps set the tone for the rest of the season and hopefully lead to season champions at the end of it all.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the upcoming season at St. John de Brebeuf Hockey. We've got both teams running this year, a junior and senior team. Our junior coaches this year are Mr. John Cola, Mr. Leonti, and myself. We have our senior team with Mr. Leonti, Mr. Gerusi, and myself. We're really looking forward to having a good season with both teams. We've got 7 games coming up with our senior team, with a lot of returning players, as well as some key additions from our junior team last year. Ayrton Sescon being one of the players we've got coming up from our junior team that's now playing senior, and our captain this year being Brandon Rossi will have a strong addition to this year's roster. We've got a tournament coming up next week against Brother Andre, which will be a strong opponent and be a good test for this year's hockey team. We're actually looking forward, to be having a competitive season and looking forward to the playoffs that will be starting in January.
We got to work better in our defensive zone. That's something we lacked tonight, leaving the goalie out to dry, not hard in the corners. That's usually part of Brebeuf hockey, is being strong down low in the defensive zone. This is my 4th year on the team, and I saw tonight that that's something we lacked and we got to improve on. We also got to start getting more pucks on net if we want to create some more scoring chances. And if we can do all that, help our goalie get more shots on net, I think we have a good chance of going pretty far this year.
With the Brebeuf Black Bears unfortunately losing 7-2, the season is still early and the players and coaches still remain high with optimism. I'm Mike Romero. Back to you, Alex.
This segment, we have the pleasure to introduce to you our new BNN Celebrity Teacher Spot, a biography on a teacher who has made a difference at our school. In today's episode, we put the spotlight on Mr. Goldblum, a man who made himself famous by being infamous. BNN correspondent Justin Coco has the full story.
Hi, welcome to BNN Biography. I'm Justin Coco, and today we're talking about Robert Goldblum. Mr. Goldblum's the head of the tech department, he's the executive producer of The Hip, and he's the director of BNN. Seems like he has a lot on his plate. He's a real celebrity at school, but it wasn't always like this. Robert Goldblum was born in 1964 in Laval, Montreal. Some things people wouldn't know about him at first glance is that he could speak both English and French. And that's impressive.
As a teacher, hands down, he's wonderful. Students come first. He's very dedicated. He's the first one in the building. He's the last one out.
In high school, Robert Goldblum excelled in writing and media, becoming the co-editor of his high school yearbook, which ignited his passion for technology.
Taught me Comtech, the early days of Comtech at Holy Cross. He was extremely inspirational, even then. And it's such an honor to work with him now as my colleague. He has set the bar so high for other schools to follow.
He's a genius when it comes to technology. And, and geniuses are loners. Albert Einstein was a loner, not that I'm saying he's as smart as Albert Einstein.
Mr. Goldblum is a visionary. Like Steve Jobs was for Mac and Apple, he is for education and for technology.
There's no doubt about it, Mr. Goldblum is one amazing teacher as well as an amazing person. I could speak for many that he's an inspiration not only in my life, but to others. I'm Justin Coco. Have a good one.
St. John de Brebeuf students from all over have wore their uniform. The white golf shirt with the black pants have always been our uniform. Until students found the need to start rebelling and not following uniform rules.
I hate the uniforms. They're plain and dull. Why can't we just wear what we want? Now I have to wear this. Like, I've been wearing this since like grade 9, and now I'm just tired of wearing the same thing over and over again. It's like horrific and frightening.
How about those graduates? The one who got a job, like a lawyer or a police officer. They grew out of hating their uniforms. Will you?
In this school, if you don't wear your uniform, it's some serious stuff. I got locked up in detention. Every time I come to the school, I see most students not even wearing the uniform. I don't like the uniform, and I won't wear it, regardless if I wear one in the future.
Some rules apply to outside of school. You may have to wear your uniform. So there you have it. Some students still wear the uniform, and some students don't. You tell me who will face the consequences.
Well, that concludes our broadcast. To see this program again or give us your reaction on any stories we've covered, visit us on the web at bnnonline.ca. On behalf of all the reporters and videographers who make this show possible, thank you for watching and see you on the next edition of BNN.